Hi, and welcome to an OMREB Matrix training video on CMA Enhancements. In version 6.7 of Matrix, the CMA, or Comparative Market Analysis, has been updated to allow custom comparative fields, count on the fly, and the search criteria being saved. In this video, we will complete a CMA and will cover all the new features as we go through the process. Let's get started. You can start a CMA from two different places. From a search, by doing a search for the best comparables at a residential search results, or if those results were added to your client's cart. The other way to start a CMA is from the My Matrix tab, CMAs, then the button to start a new CMA, which is the way this training video will start. The CMA process is set by a series of tabs at the top. Some of those pages will not be visible until certain pages are added to the CMA. The first tab is the Start tab, and this is where we can name our CMA and attach it to a specific client. We can use the Create a New Contact if our client is not in the drop-down menu. There is a Please Note which says the CMAs are saved in the system for 180 days. If left untouched, they will automatically delete. If you require it to be saved longer, you will need to pop into the CMA and resave it, or save a copy to your computer, which is recommended. The next tab is the Pages section, and this section determines the rest of your CMA, or how much information you'll be providing to your client. The Available Pages section has little plus signs in front of the headers, which show more pages inside each section. So for the cover, we'll choose one cover sheet. And you'll notice once we selected the one page, more sections are now available to us to complete. But we need a few more to add in to complete everything. If you need everything in a certain section, you can actually click on the header at the top and it will add in both pages instead of having to click on each one separately. Comparable sections relating to the comparables. We'll want a summary of some type, and we'll add in the pricing recommendations for the pricing section. Static is just informational sheets. And the map, we'll add in the last little step to our process. Once we have the pages in our selected pages area, we can adjust the order of these by using the arrows to move up or down in the section. Or if we've added too many, we have the ability of deleting that as well. Once you have figured out what pages you like to include in your CMA and you like to use them every time, there is a Set as Default button at the bottom, so every time you'd run a CMA, those pages would already be pre-selected for you. Because we've added enough pages, we again have all of our next steps lit up, so the next one is Subject. The subject property can be typed in manually if it's never been listed on the market before, or if you know it has been on the market before and you have either the MLS number, or you can search for the MLS number. We will enter one in and fill. At the subject property page, we now have the ability of adding in those custom fields. So I'm just going to scroll down to the custom fields area, and I'm going to click on the arrow to open up the Edit Custom field. If I want them to link from Matrix, I will want to click on this box that says Link to a Matrix field, and I'm going to search for Pool. Select the field that I'd like. If I don't like the label name, I can make adjustments to it here, and then click OK. Then we'll notice the information from the listing pops into the custom field area, and you're allowed to add up to 4 of those fields. If you have added the fields and you like to use them on a regular basis for your CMA, you can save those custom fields. Scrolling back up to the top, we're going to the next tab, which is Cover. And this is just where you can add in your client's contact information to appear on that cover page. If you're including the CMA cover sheet with your photo, this would display here. Next tab at the top is Comparables. This is where if you started your CMA from a list of search, this would be already completed, but because we did not start that way, we need to add in our comparables. And to do that, we will click on the Add from Listings button. This will bring up the Search for Comparables window, which is exactly like your residential quick search window. Enter your criteria. And you'll notice we now have a count on the fly option as we enter in our search criteria. We'll put in some bedrooms to get a few less results. We'll click on Results. Here you would want to go through and pick your best comparables for your subject property. We'll just pick a few. And to add those, we will click on the Add Selected button at the bottom. And we want to add a few more, so we're going to click on the Add from Listings again. And this is another new feature. It has actually saved our criteria, so we just need to make a few little adjustments to search for other properties. And we'll hit Results again. And again, search from here. And you can do this as many times as you need to add in your comparable properties. If you're done searching for your comparables, we can now move on to the next step. We'll click on the map, and this is just going to show us our subject property was the red one and all our comparable properties that are blue. Next step is the adjustments. The adjustment section is where you can give values for different features of a home. For example, we can use this slider bar to slide over to see beds and bathrooms. We can add in a value for a bedroom, and it's going to either adjust it negatively or positively depending on how many bedrooms our subject property has versus our comparable properties. Same with bathrooms. If you'd rather do this on a one-on-one, we can click on the button that says View in Detailed Mode, which allows you to see your subject property versus your adjusting property. And of course, it includes our custom field in here as well, which is great. The next tab is Pricing. This is where you can give your suggested price and the reasons why. You have 750 characters to list in this section, and if you need further notes area, you have an additional 4,000 characters that you can type in there. There's a summary of the different comparable price versus the adjusted price and the low, median, average, and high, and this is just to help you figure out that price point. It won't show up anywhere. And the last tab is Finish. So this is where you can see it. So you want to view your CMA, make sure it looks good. This opens up in a PDF window, so you can print it from there, save it, whatever you need to do in that PDF window. Or if you don't like something, you can close out of that PDF window, be back here, go into your Pages page again, and make some adjustments there. But if you're ready and you want to email your CMA, there's a CMA email button. And this is another new area. The Send button is at the bottom versus before it was up at the top. That's the end of the CMA. Thank you for watching this OMREB matrix training video on CMA enhancements.